Hi everybody, True to T here. Um, I walk 5 miles a day, 5 days a week, in an effort to help me lose and maintain weight. That's me. Hi, how you doing? I've been very successful so far. I got to keep it up. And one of the things I decided to do a couple of months ago was start making these silly little videos to get me through, and maybe to help some people. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my little channel. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I hope you are too. So the title of this is The Worst 24 Hours in America's History. And we can argue there were worse times, times not as bad. Some will argue this is not as bad. But as far as I'm concerned, we are more divided now than we ever were 24 hours ago. I listen, I don't have a horse in this race. I had decided long before this I have no intention of voting for either candidate in November. I think it's a disgrace that these are our only two choices. But there's nothing for anybody to celebrate about yesterday. There's nothing for anybody to be or to feel victorious about. I think this case is going to open up just an enormous amount of litigation now. You're going to have politicians suing each other, digging up more dirt, if you can imagine that, on others than ever in history. And nobody is going to start talking about why they're running, what they're running for, what they're going to change, what the voters can expect after they're elected. It's just like a really bad reality TV show on a bunch of imbeciles that are jokingly running for the most powerful man in the world job. I think it's disgraceful. And worse than that is, I believe our country is more divided today than it was yesterday. And that's hard to believe. That's really hard to believe. But if you think that there's any hope of us or of somebody bringing us back together as a nation, you are sadly mistaken. You know, I try to bring these points up in conversation, and people will say stuff like, well, you don't know what you're talking about, or, well, you're not patriotic. I am more patriotic than I've ever been in my life. But what I'm seeing is one of the greatest countries in the world go down a very dark road, and it's not going to end well. The people who lose this November in the election is every single citizen in the United States. It doesn't matter who you vote for, you're going to lose. Nobody is going to win this. We are way too divided right now to bring the country back together. And you're going to see in the coming weeks that division is going to grow and grow and grow, worse than you've ever seen in history. And on that day in November, when the so-called winner is announced, it doesn't matter who it is, you have already lost. We have serious, serious, serious economic problems right now. Our entire economy is being propped up by the government. most of it is being propped up by the enormous amounts of money that we're spending on the military. And I don't care if you agree or disagree, this war is making an awful lot of people very, very, very wealthy. And furthermore, when the war ends, the government once again are going to fund the rebuilding, which is going to make more people enormous amounts of money. Meanwhile, we have a completely broken educational system. Just look at public schools. Public schools now resemble prisons with armed guards inside and outside. It's absolutely crazy. I can't even for the life of me figure out why the government even have a Department of Education. What have they done ever to make the school systems better, to make education in the United States better? Outside, of course, of making big, huge colleges enormous amounts of money. They've done nothing. We are something like 28th in the world in education. Our healthcare is a complete disaster. It's being run by pharmaceutical companies and totally controlled by special interests. There's no healthcare in America unless you have money. If you have money, you can get the best healthcare in the world. It's a pay-to-play system. Absolute disgrace. Young people, millennials, are leaving America. Now, what's funny to me is they're leaving America to go to the countries that the media are telling you are bad places. And these young millennials are going there thinking, no, this ain't so bad. This ain't so bad at all. I'm doing much better here than I was at home. Look, I don't want that to happen. That's not a celebration. I just think that the last 24 hours, you don't see it now, you're not feeling it now, but you're going to see as we get closer and closer to the election, as we move further and further into November, you're going to see division like you've never seen before in your life. America has never experienced this. The last time they saw division this bad was during the Civil War. Well, guess what? You know that saying, history repeats itself? Just prepare yourself. It's so sad. It's so sad that nobody is stepping up. This system that we have in place is completely broken. The two-party system has now just become a one-party system. Anyway, I wish I had something good to report today, but this is just what I feel is going on. Like and subscribe. And do me a favor, please comment. Comment and tell me where I'm wrong. Comment and tell me how this is going to get fixed. And if you think that your guy is going to fix it, I want you to explain how. How is that person going to fix the economy? How is that person going to fix education? How is that person going to fix our fledgling healthcare system? How is that person going to take care of senior citizens who are going to be bankrupt within the next year if something doesn't change? But more importantly than all that, how is that person going to bring an entire nation together and make every one of us really, really proud of what we stand for, and make us aware that the most important thing we can do is to treat each other with respect and share love, share kindness, and bring the people at the bottom up to a level where they don't have to worry about putting food on the table, and they don't have to worry in their 70s or 80s about just surviving. There are more senior citizens right now going back into the workforce than ever in history. And all the taxpayers' money that they've paid in their lifetime went to a bunch of useless lawyers in Washington to fight a useless case. And what did they prove in the end? They proved that a John paid a hooker. Their key witness was a lower form of a human being than the accused. The other thing is, nobody cares what the candidates do in their personal life. People care about their lives. They care about their families. They care about their future. And the two people that are supposed to be caring don't give an absolute crap about any one of you. You need to understand that. They don't care about you. It's a big giant club, and you ain't in it. George Carlin said it best. That's for sure. I'll tell you what we have to do. We have to stop letting them divide us. We've got to stand together. And standing together doesn't mean telling your neighbor that they should vote for your guy, or them telling you that you should vote for their guy. This involves all of us getting together and saying, my God, look at how bad we are. Look at how bad our neighbor is being treated. Look at how we're being ripped off every single day. Let's get these people, both sides, to hell out of office and start all over again. Personally, I have no desire to vote. And don't anybody comment here telling me it's my God-given right. You know what? It's also my right not to vote. And I think that's probably the best message we could send to Washington, is to stop the madness. We don't want any of you in charge. We want somebody to step up out of the ashes and bring us back together, because God damn it, we deserve that. Anyway, listen, do yourself a favor. Just love yourself. Do your best to prepare for this and protect yourself. And the best thing you can do for your neighbor right now is love them and care for them and let them understand that you're not the enemy. You're their friend. The enemy, as the song goes, is the rich man north of Richmond. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever lose sight of who's in charge. Anyway, God bless you. Have a great day. And thanks for watching.